Storytelling has a long tradition amongst Cherokees. Storytellers a long time ago, they would gather together and they would have the histories of the tribe, and also they would tell stories, animal stories connected with the environment around them. These are used as teaching tools for our children. And hopefully when you see the stories today, you'll gain some knowledge, and at the same time you also get a chance to explore part of our Cherokee culture. At one time, Rabbit had short, stubby little ears. Rabbit says, I want long ears. I want to be wise. So the rabbit was told to go and talk to the creator of everything. When Rabbit went to the creator, Rabbit says, Creator, I want to be wise. I want to be smart. I'm already pretty. Can you give me long ears? Big, fat, long ears. And then make me smarter than I already am. The creator says, those are powerful gifts. I just can't give them to anybody. You must prove yourself. You must go out and bring me a bag full of ants. They all must be alive. So Rabbit bounces off into the woods. Rabbit sees an ant hill, sees all the ants working, and the ants are working as hard as they can. Rabbit comes walking around, puts the pouch on the side, and looks at it and goes, ha, yo, whoa, yee, yee, yee. The ants stop working, and the ants come out. And they're all staring at that rabbit as that rabbit dances around that pouch. The queen ant comes out, wants to know what in the world is going on. Why have all the ants stopped working? So the queen walks up to the rabbit and says, Rabbit, what are you doing? Rabbit says, I'm trying to think better. It helps me when I dance. I think better. But I was told the creator that you could fill up my bag, and I see that I'm wrong because you're tiny, you're small, you're this big. How can you fill up my bag? The queen ant looks at the bag, turns and looks at all the ants and says, my people can do this. So the queen ant says, all ant people, fill up the bag right now. And all of the ants go crawling inside. And when they fill up that whole bag, the queen crawls on top and says, did you see that? We filled up your bag. I told you we could do it. Rabbit picks up the bag, says, I knew you could. Wraps it up, takes it back to the creator, says, here's your bag of ants. The creator of everything opens up the bag, looks inside, says, oh, look, my pretty ants, and sits it off to the side. Rabbit says, I want long ears. I want knowledge. The creator says, 2 more tasks. Rabbit says, what's the second one? And the creator says, I want the biggest and longest rattlesnake you can find. Rabbit says, okay, I can do that. Rabbit goes bouncing off into the woods. Rabbit finds this huge rattlesnake laying under this big sandstone. Rattlesnake sleeping. Rabbit comes bouncing on up, grabs a stick, draws the shape of a snake on the ground like this. La, 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 la. Lays a stick right beside it and says, that's wrong. I got to draw it again. Snake wakes up and looks. Rabbit starts to draw again. La, 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 la. Lays a stick right beside it and says, that's wrong. I got to draw it again. Rattlesnake comes out. Rabbit's drawing again. Nope, that's wrong too. Rattlesnake looks at Rabbit and says, what are you doing? Rabbit turns and looks at the rattlesnake and says, I told the creator of everything, you're longer than this stick. I'm wrong. I keep drawing you. Look, you're shorter than all of them. And so the rattlesnake turns and looks at all the drawings. Says, you silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. I'm longer than that. I'll prove it. So the rattlesnake stretches out really, really long and says, hold a stick against me. Rabbit lays the stick beside that rattlesnake and says, wow, you are impressive. The rattlesnake says, yes, I know. This is why all the women scream when they see me, because I'm so pretty. And while Rattlesnake's sitting there all proud, Rabbit picks up that stick, bunk, knocks out the snake and drags it back to the creator. Here's your rattlesnake. I want long ears and knowledge. I want to be wise. The creator of everything looks at the rattlesnake going, oh, my head. And the creator says, you'll be okay. I'm going to put you over there by the ants. One more task, Rabbit. I want the biggest alligator you can find. I want it alive. Rabbit goes back into the woods. Sees an alligator sleeping across the creek, throws a rock and bumps the alligator on the head. Bunk. Alligator wakes up, swims over and says, what do you want? Rabbit says, alligator, the creator of everything is having a barbecue. Wants to feed all the animals. But beaver cannot cut enough wood. Can you cut wood like a woodchuck? Woodchuck wood. The alligator says, I can cut wood better than a woodchuck would. And they go out into the woods. Find this huge tree. Rabbit says, cut this one down. So the alligator begins to chomp, 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 chomp. Now this is working, chomp, chomp, chomp. Rabbit takes a stick and follows that alligator. And right when the alligator's not looking, pow! Smacks the alligator on the back of the head. The alligator stops chomping, turns around and says, "You're gonna die." Rabbit goes, "Ah!" and takes off back into the woods. Rabbit goes back into the woods, and alligator swims back across that creek. Rabbit says, "That didn't work. I need a new plan." So Rabbit finds a buckeye tree, carves a mask from it, puts it on his face, makes it look like a little person. And when Rabbit goes back into the woods, comes back up to that creek, got that mask on, starts to throw rocks back in the water. Alligator swims over and just sees this masked person and says, "What do you want, little person?" Rabbit with a disguise on says, "The Creator sent us. We're supposed to go get firewood. We need help. I thought Rabbit was going to get you." The alligator turns and looks and says, "That rabbit hit me on the head. I catch it. It's going to die." Rabbit with the mask on says, "Good. We don't need Rabbit anyway. We still need firewood. Come help us. Come help us." So they go out into the woods. They find that same tree and the alligator starts chomping. As the alligator is chomping, Rabbit with the mask on steps back and says, "Hey, alligator, why did that rabbit hit you on the head?" Alligator turns and says, "I don't know. Rabbit's being silly. I catch it. It's going to die." Chomp, 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 chomp. Rabbit again with the mask on says, "Alligator, smacked you on the head. That must have hurt." Alligator stops and says, "Can't hurt me. I'm strong. I'm tough. I'm pretty too." Chomp, 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 chomp. So Rabbit with the mask on asks the alligator one more question. Says, "Alligator, you're so strong. You're so tough. I guess there's no way to knock you out, is there?" Alligator says, "There's only one way you can knock out alligators. You got to spit my bottom really hard." So Rabbit, pow, ah! Grabs the alligator by the tail and drags it back. "Creator of everything, here's your alligator." Alligator's rubbing his bottom. Snake's over over his head. Oh, the answer says, "Let us out of here." And the rabbit says, "I want long ears. I want knowledge. I want to be wise." The creator of everything says, "I think you're smarter than any other creature out here already, but I will give you long ears." So grabs those rabbit's ears and pulls on it and smacks them. Goes, "Ow, why'd you make the ears flat?" And the creator says, "So you can hear better." The rabbit says, "Oh, good. I'll get more knowledge that way." This is why all rabbits have really long, flat ears. When I tell this story in schools, it's to remind the students out there, pay attention to your teachers. They're trying to pass knowledge to you. If you pay attention like that rabbit and listen like that rabbit, you will gather knowledge. And knowledge does make you powerful. But the key is you have to listen.
Wado for your time to learn about Cherokee culture and history. Share what you learned today with someone else. For more information, contact Cherokee Nation Education Services Cultural Resource Center at education@cherokee.org or 918-453-5000 and ask for education services.